I grew up right outside of Boston, and I grew up in a town that really deeply believed in making sure that kids had strong, quality arts education experiences. And I benefited from that, and I really was drawn to theater. I remember standing on a stage in my high school and delivering a line, and so that piece around connection really happened, and feeling seen, right? It's like a 15-year-old kid, that's a big deal. And so I went on in my life and I actually pursued a career in theater, and I was working as a producer at a theater in Louisville, Kentucky. And Louisville is a great city. It loves its arts a lot, but they also love college basketball. And so they decided to build a brand new basketball arena for their college basketball team, Go Cards. And they built it right across the street from the theater. And when they decided to do that, they had to do a traffic study. And the city government decided that they needed to change the direction of a street and close off another street in order to deal with all the people coming in to see basketball games and concerts. And what they did is they actually cut off access to the theater's revenue-generating parking garage. And it's weird to say I was politicized by a parking decision, but that's actually what happened. Because I knew that the theater, which had done so much to bring people downtown and actually make the location for that arena like a valuable one, wasn't being taken into consideration when elected decision makers were thinking about the choices they needed to make. And that really drove me to go back to school and commit myself to being an advocate, a lifelong advocate for the arts. You know, I was so delighted when I received a message from the Americans for the Arts team inviting me to be part of these fly-in meetings to meet with our members of Congress to talk about some really important issues. As a statewide arts and cultural advocacy organization, Mass Creative is deeply connected and wants to see a more equitable and inclusive Massachusetts and creative sector. And part of that work is being in conversation with our federal elected officials and with our peers across the country. So it's really delightful to be here. One of the things that I love most about my job and about the work is being in partnership and collaboration with folks across Massachusetts who care about this. And they care about it because they're individual artists, they are working at an arts organization, they're a creative small business owner, they're somebody who loves having a festival in their downtown every year, right? And finding ways for folks to tap in and realize their own advocacy power is one of the most fulfilling parts of this work. The conversation about who has the time and the energy and the resources to be able to advocate for the things that they need and they care about, that's one of the other pieces of our work is helping to make sure that when we get a meeting with a member of Congress or with a state legislator, that we're holding the door open and we're making sure that 3 more folks who wouldn't have had that opportunity have the opportunity to be in that conversation and to talk about what they need as a creative worker, as a running a small all-volunteer arts organization. It's not the same, and we need to make sure we're advocating for the full ecosystem of the cultural community. We are always looking at both sort of local, sort of municipal, state, and federal policy conversations around how to make more opportunities for artists and cultural organizations in Massachusetts. And frankly, that's a lot of work. And that's a lot of expertise and knowledge and monitoring that we don't always have the time to do. And so having a national organization that is really committed to making sure that they are taking the temperature and keeping their fingers on the pulse of what's happening in DC, and being able to work in collaboration and coordination with us in the states makes a huge difference. And so having that level of partnership is really important.